So look, in the world of dropshipping, there is one thing that can either make or break your business, which no one seems to talk about, and that is the fulfillment part. This is an aspect you need to perfect to reach the next level, even if you're just getting started. And I will go over exactly how to automate the fulfillment process in this video. Now, keep in mind that I am talking from personal experience. If I did not have all my systems set up properly, I would not have been able to reach 6-figure days, weeks and months dropshipping products, especially not using AliExpress. And no, I will not be selling you a course or gatekeep anything. I will show you the proper way to fulfill your orders, so make sure to stick till the end. Now, let's not waste any more time and dive in. So the whole point with dropshipping is that you never get to actually see or touch the product or hold any inventory of the products you are selling, because you have people in China that will ship out the product for you once you receive an order. So if you think about it, the fulfillment part is basically automated, but who sources your products and who fulfills your orders is what you really need to pay attention to. Sure, there are many fulfillment options out there, with the main one being AliExpress and tools like Spocket, Deezers or CJ Dropshipping. But let me tell you why AliExpress won't work for you in the long run first, and then tell you the dark secret about these fulfillment tools you see out there. Anyway, the common issues with AliExpress comes down to 4 points that you need to know about. The first one being slow shipping and processing times. Believe it or not, it can take anywhere from 20 to 60 days for a product to arrive to your customer. On top of that, the processing times on AliExpress can take up to 7 days. At that point, your customer will not have a tracking number or any updates about their order. So just imagine the frustration and concerns that will start building up on their part. The risk of getting chargebacks at that point is very high as well. The second point is the ordering process. So when it comes down to using AliExpress to fulfill your orders, you have to do it all manually. Meaning that once you receive an order, you will have to take your customer's shipping details and all other information, go to AliExpress and order the product to their address. There are of course tools to automate this, but what's the point if your shipping times are still slow? Coming in at the third point is middleman. Now you might be shocked to hear this, but the majority of the suppliers you see on AliExpress are actually Chinese dropshippers themselves. They source the products from a website called 1688 and list the products on AliExpress for a higher price. This means that you can source your products for a cheaper price if you go with another route, which I will get into very soon. Last but not least is communication. The suppliers on AliExpress are usually very bad at communicating. You just have no idea how your supplier is operating, what's going on behind the scenes, and if they're having any trouble or not. The communication part from their side is not good at all. So in conclusion, you would be shooting yourself in the foot if you fulfill orders with AliExpress. It is just not good to do that in the long run. Now you might be thinking, okay, if not AliExpress, can I fulfill my orders through tools like Spocket, Deezers or CJ Dropshipping? Well, yes you can, but the problem is, these platforms are more like marketplaces between dropshippers and suppliers, and what happens is that oftentimes, these platforms will act as a middleman and take a cut from the supplier's revenue, which is what you as a dropshipper pay to fulfill your orders. And this forces suppliers to mark up their prices more what they need to be. So even with these fulfillment tools, you are paying more for the products than what you should be. But when you're first getting started with dropshipping and you have a couple orders rolling in per day, I do actually recommend you that you work with them. But after you have about 5 to 10 orders rolling in per day, what I strongly recommend you to do is work with a private supplier. I work with a private supplier on all my dropshipping stores, and all of the top dropshippers do that as well. A private supplier is basically a direct contact with a person in China that will be able to source any product you want and ship them out for you. So instead of you having to do business and have a middleman in the way, you will have a direct contact with the actual supplier. Now, let's dive deeper into the 4 main benefits of working with a private supplier. First of all, faster shipping and processing times. When you work with private suppliers, you can significantly reduce the shipping and processing times that often come with AliExpress. Private suppliers usually have well-established systems in place and can therefore ship out products much faster. One example is the use of what's called an ERP system, which is something that I make sure all my private suppliers use before working with them. An ERP system for dropshipping suppliers helps streamline various aspects of their business. From inventory management to order processing, some of the most popular options are called the Tsunami and Mobang. And if you are dropshipping and using Shopify, your supplier will be able to easily download and connect their ERP system with your Shopify store. These apps are available and free to download on Shopify. It's just that your supplier will need to have a subscription with them. Once your supplier connects their ERP system with your store, any order you receive will show up instantly in their system and they can start processing the order. This will of course save them a lot of time from having to separately log in to each and every store of a client they have. Now let's talk about cost efficiency. It's no secret that every penny counts in the world of dropshipping or business in general. When you source products through private suppliers, you often get access to much better pricing. And that's because private suppliers are not working through a platform as a middleman. So there's no extra fee that needs to be paid. And that is why oftentimes private suppliers can source products cheaper than AliExpress suppliers, because AliExpress takes a platform fee of 5 to 8% for each transaction. Now moving on to the third point is customization and branding. One of the major limitations of AliExpress is that you have little control over the product branding. However, with private suppliers, you can customize products to align with your brand identity. This means that you can add your logo, choose specific colors, and even request personalized packaging, all of which can boost your brand's recognition and trustworthiness. This is honestly a very good benefit of working with private suppliers, since your goal after finding a winning product should be to start branding it. Lastly, let's discuss communication. When you deal with private suppliers, you typically have direct access to a dedicated account manager or a team. This leads to you being able to have smoother communication and a faster time to solve issues. Unlike AliExpress, where communication can be challenging, private suppliers have excellent customer support, and this leads to a lot of other benefits such as happier customers, fewer chargebacks, better Facebook page score, and overall less headache when running your dropshipping business. So it does not require much to figure this out, but private suppliers is what you should go with when it comes to fulfilling your orders. It is the absolute best alternative to AliExpress. And now you might be thinking, how do I even get hold of these private suppliers? Well, you can try to find your own private suppliers in platforms like AliExpress or Alibaba, but honestly that will just take you way too long, and the chances are very slim that you'll be able to take these suppliers out from those platforms. So to save you time and headache, I'll be giving you my own private suppliers that I work with on all my dropshipping stores. It's two guys, their names are David and William. I've worked with these guys for years and they are very trusted suppliers. All I ask from you is, if you're going to contact them, make sure you have at least a few orders rolling in per day and just be straightforward with things. Just do not waste their time, because I've told them that I will mention them in this video and they expect serious inquiries only. And to contact them, all you need to do is copy the Skype ID from the description of this video, then go to Skype, paste the Skype ID there and message the supplier how many orders you have and what product you are selling. And they'll get back to you with a quote. They will usually get back to you within 24 to 48 hours after you message them. And if they're on holiday, it can take a bit longer. I have linked the Skype ID of both David and William in the description. Just message them individually and see who you can get the best deal from. The process from now on will be very simple and easy, since you will have a private supplier moving forward. All you need to do first is find a good product to sell, which is step number 1. For step number 2, you will need to build a store around it. Step number 3 is start marketing the product so you can start getting the orders. And lastly, step number 4 is fulfill all the orders you get. You might have heard many people out there tell you that dropshipping is complex and there are many things to do, but this is it. And if you manage to do all of these steps correctly, you will be on the right path to increase your chances of succeeding with dropshipping. In fact, I've uploaded step-by-step videos on how to do all of that on my YouTube channel that you can watch. I recommend that you watch the ultimate dropshipping product research method video first, because there I go over how to find products to sell for free in the best possible way. Then watch the full Shopify store setup tutorial to learn how to set up and structure your dropshipping store in a way that it's optimized for conversions. I also give you all the resources that I personally use for my dropshipping stores that you will need. And lastly, watch the how to start selling with dropshipping for free to learn how to advertise your products using free and paid marketing tactics. Trust me, this is everything that you will need. And all of these videos are of course up to date with everything that's going on with dropshipping at the moment, so I highly recommend that you watch them. They are value packed and straight to the point. I don't hold anything back in these videos. Other than that, after you have established a relationship with a supplier and start working together, the fulfillment part is basically automated. Also, if you would like to see any other dropshipping video, please let me know in the comments below. Alright, I hope I was able to give you a clear understanding on how you should start fulfilling your orders. If you found this video useful, make sure to give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more valuable content. Take care for now.